This is the CHRILLCAST. I am Chris.
And Will.
And oh my gosh, I meant to get something beforehand for this video, but that's okay. We'll just talk about it
Do you
then.
have all the games that we're gonna pull out?
No, I don't have. No. I have a original Pokemon. Let's get into it. This is the throwback Thursday. Do. I just did the wrong theme music, so
Yep.
whatever. We're doing Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, Red, Green, Blue, RGB, not yellow. We already did yellow. I'll prove it.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the first videos we did, wasn't it?
It was.
22 point. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. Look, we don't even have a frame yet. Wow, that's a throwback.
That's a super throwback.
For throwback.
Oh, I remember these. You put so much effort into these thumbnails.
I know, these thumbnails were so much fun. Wow, that's some reminiscing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if you want to see what the CHRILLCAST looked like almost a year and a half ago, before
Another
we had
throwback.
Yeah,
yes.
Really, seriously, this is a throwback. Oh my gosh, the old logo. What? I forgot we had that logo. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I'm not even at the top of the screen. Okay, anyways, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green. We already covered yellow. We're not going to cover it again.
Nope.
Pokemon Red version and Pokemon Blue version, which actually in Japan debuted as Green version. They didn't have a Blue version in Japan right out the gate. Are 1996 role-playing video games developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo for the Game Boy. They were first released in Japan on February 27, 1996, which is why we are covering it today. And they were released as Pocket Monsters Red and Pocket Monsters Green, with the special edition Pocket Monsters Blue being released in Japan later that same year, not on February 27th, like Red and Green. So Red, Green, then Blue. Okay, listen. The games were released later as Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue in North America and Australia in 1998, and then Europe finally got it in 1999. Party like it's 1999.
Man, they had to wait a long time.
Yes, they did. So Pokemon Yellow, an enhanced version, was released in Japan in 1998. We're not going to talk about that anymore other than that. Remakes of Red and Green, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, were released for the Game Boy Advance in 2004. Red, Blue, Yellow, in addition to Green in Japan, were re-released on the 3DS Virtual Console in 2016 as a commemoration of the 20th anniversary. They were also released on the Wii U.
I need to get those on 3DS.
Yep. And if you don't know what Pokemon is, you control a protagonist and catch monsters with Pokeballs. And
the guy was an entomologist that created the game. So a lot of the creatures are insect based.
Interesting. So the one objective that I really want to highlight here is, other than getting through the entire game, beating all the gym trainers, collecting all the badges, and defeating Elite Four, was to complete the Pokedex. The original game's completing the Pokedex, a actual possible objective, which is, in my opinion, less and less possible the more games they make with the more Pokemon in the Pokedex, right? So the original 151 of Pokemon Red and Blue and Japan's Green. I actually completed this task on the original Blue version. I had got to Celadon City, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when you get there. Celadon City, 151 Pokemon. What is this? Oops. That's not what I want. Back. No, complete the Pokedex.
I don't know what you said, but it sounded like you said the F word.
I did not. I did not say the F word. Pokemon Blue. We're in, dude, this use, oh, here we go. Pokemon Red completed Pokedex, whatever. Here it is. So you go to Celadon City. This is the letdown that I had, finding out that I got 151 Pokemon, and this is all you get for your troubles. Hold on. So you go to Celadon City. You go inside the big building, and here's what you do. You go in here. Ready? I wrote the story, or whatever. That's not the right one. These are technically developers, by the way.
Okay.
The representations of the developers of the game. So you talk to this guy. Wow, excellent. You completed your Pokédex. Congratulations. And then you get that.
That's awesome. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's like getting the golden poop in Breath of the Wild when you get all the What is little seed Korok seeds?
Like he did it again. He was in such disbelief. He had to click it again just to see if that was it. I did the same thing. I was like, this is it. This is all I get for all that work. Because you have to figure out how to get Mew, and that's the hardest part of the whole game is finding out how to get Mew, honestly. So, yep, that's all you get. You get a certificate in a digital format in the game if you
Very
collect all
disappointing.
151. That's it. That's the only thing you get. Oh my gosh. All right, so in 2009, they appeared in the Guinness Book of World Records under the best-selling RPG on the Game Boy and best-selling RPG of all time. So, what do you think of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green? I think your original experience was Pokemon Yellow, which is a very similar game, but Red, Blue, and Green do not include the ability to have a Pokemon behind you. So what did you think of Pokemon back in the 90s or whenever you first played it?
Well, so I mean, it exploded in the 90s. I was a 90s kid, so I was of that generation that got the first Pokemon cards and the first Pokemon shows came out, and I definitely was caught up in it for like a year. And that's right when these games came out. So like all my friends had these games. I didn't have a Game Boy at the time, so I didn't have my own, but I played all these with my friends and I thought it was really cool. I usually only got to play like 10 minutes at a time. So like I'd always get like Diglett or it's like some other random like Savannah Pokemon. But I don't know, I always enjoyed it. I didn't realize that, honestly, at the time, I didn't realize that there were different versions. So I don't know. I always thought that it was the same game. My friends just had like a special edition or something of the same game.
So my brother and I, back when these games first came out, we both got Game Boy Colors, and I ended up getting the Atomic Purple see-through Game Boy Color. My brother got that like seafoam green color one. And he got the red
like
version.
The turquoise one?
Yeah, like the turquoise color, yeah.
I had that one too. Yeah, later on. That when it first came out. Yeah.
And then I had Pokemon Blue. And I was always jealous because he had a dragon and I had some weird turtle thing on my
what's the turtle? Is it Squirtle?
Blastoise.
Blastoise. Okay, yeah.
They had the final evolutions on the cards back then.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this. I played like so many hours of Pokemon Blue. I played it and played it and played it and played it and played it, played it. I killed so many batteries on the Game Boy Color. So many trips, car trips were spent playing these games. I even replaced the internal battery on these carts at some point in time. That's how much time I spent playing these games. So Pokemon Blue, I have so much nostalgia for that game. And then I moved from Blue to Gold. I spent the most time on Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Gold out of any other Game Boy cartridge I owned. It wasn't until Game Boy Advance that my love for Pokemon kind of died and I went to Fire Emblem and the other games I played, right?
Yeah.
But the original game I played on a portable console was Pokemon, and it was Pokemon Blue and then Gold, and I did get Crystal, but I think Gold was my favorite of the three.
Okay, that's good.
What do you think of all these remakes though, like Fire Red and Leaf Green, what they did to this game? Have you seen what the graphics look like?
Yeah, so I honestly don't know much about these ones. I know about the other ones.
Oh, okay. The Let's Go's?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me just show you what these look like. I think these were fantastic remakes of the games. They added a boatload of Pokemon.
I mean, they're in color,
Pokedex,
which I feel like is an upgrade in itself.
But the problem I have with these titles is because of the expanded Pokedex, they're not faithful to the original title as much as they could be.
I see. Which one did they expand into? More generations?
The Ruby, Sapphire, and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald version games.
Okay.
So it's like there were 5 games that I actually had all of them at one point in time, but they expanded into it would have been Gen 1 was red, blue, yellow, Gen 2 and green. Gen 2 was gold, silver, and crystal, and then Gen 3 would have been ruby, emerald, and sapphire, plus fire red and leaf green, which were faithful remakes through the Elite Four, and then following the Elite Four, you could get the expanded Pokedex from the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games. Which I didn't mind those games as much as some of the other ones, but then you get to the DS games, on forever, right?
Yeah.
But I liked these. Now, what did you think of the Let's Go remakes?
I thought they sucked.
Have you played them?
I have. I don't like them at all.
because of the change in the
Yeah, the whole mechanic that makes it play like the Let's Go game or the Pokemon Go on the phone. The way that you interact with Pokemon, the way you capture them, I don't like it at all.
you own it or did you just play it?
I did not. I don't own it. No, there's a trial version, and I also like played on the buddies.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the whole setup for P Dog. Whatever, man. Um,
The whole aesthetic looks like the one on the phone too, which I don't like that at all.
I don't mind this aesthetic. It's the Pokemon 3D models that I think look a little off. They almost look like they were modeled by non-Game Freak people. Kind of weird. They don't look quite fit the universe that they're in my opinion.
Yeah. What is the company that worked on the mobile game Niantic or something? That's
Niantic, yeah, because they also did the Harry Potter game.
Yeah, that's it. It looks like they did this.
Probably. And then I guess, what do you think of Pokemon as a lasting franchise?
They're gonna put themselves in the ground if they don't actually innovate at some point. I mean, I feel they are innovating still in even the DS games, but they've really stopped. Like the newest one, Sword and Shield. Obviously, it's still sold like hotcakes, but really, is it any better than the other games? It's essentially the same game, and they just keep re-releasing the same game. There has not been a huge revolution for the series.
They are the Madden of the children's RPGs.
Yep.
They innovate a little bit.
I won't buy the new one because of that. I was so excited for it, and then it's just the same stuff.
But I mean, realistically, without completely changing the format of Pokemon, what can you do? If you change the core mechanics, like, you might lose fans. But then again, if you don't
take
innovate,
a risk.
if you don't innovate, though, you're going to lose fans. Like, they're in like a no-win situation here if they change too many things. Like, they added double battles.
They should actually put it in the freaking Pokemon, not say like, oh, it took too long to remodel all of them, and then realize, oh, wait a minute, this is all the same models from the last game. They didn't actually make new ones.
Yeah, a lot of it was just up-resing old models. I will say this, they did actually take a chance with some older games that I thought were pretty cool, and that was the Pokemon Coliseum games.
Yeah, okay.
I would love to see a Pokemon Coliseum remake with an expanded universe, because Pokemon Coliseum actually added some interesting elements to the puzzle, where they had shadow Pokemon, where essentially they were essentially taking the mind control and putting it with Pokemon, and these people were controlling these Pokemon via I don't remember what the device was, but it caused the Pokemon's brains to be controllable by the bad guys in this game. It's kind of a darker take on Pokemon. And you played a defecting agent from the crew that was doing it. So you're a bad guy who became a good guy. So it's really kind of a neat premise. And then they did Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which was just a continuation of this game through the eyes of a child. So it had like a much more bubbly atmosphere than this one did.
Yeah. Well, there's a new Pokemon Snap coming.
That is a neat idea. I'm glad they're doing that. So maybe we will get a Pokemon Coliseum remake.
Yeah, it's possible.
But that's all I got to say. I love it when Pokemon actually tries something new.
Yep. It would be nice if they would do anything new. Like, the thing is, the idea of like the wilds and the newest one is like a great concept. I just wish they would expanded it to the entire game. So like you really are exploring like an entire, continent, and you actually go and find the Pokemon like you really would if you're in the world. That'd be cool.
Yeah, probably the part that people didn't like about this game was there was almost no way to catch Pokemon in the wild. You had to steal them from the shadow trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, essentially take away the mind control and then convert them to your party. So the only way to get Pokemon was to steal them back, essentially.
Yeah.
You could transfer them with, like, because I had the Game Boy Advance transfer pack, transfer cart, or GameCube transfer thing, whatever it's called. It's a cord, and you could transfer Pokemon back and forth between this game and the Game Boy Advance, which was a cool feature.
Oh, that's cool.
But I would just like to see them return to this world, this universe of Pokemon Coliseum, and see what they can do with it. So, yeah. But yeah. Red, I mean, Galactic Legacy of Pokemon is massive. It's one of the biggest fan bases out there, and from a merchandise and game and media standpoint, I think it might be the best-selling franchise of all time.
It might be. I mean, they released like 2 or 3 at a time. So
Right. Best, just for real quick, for our own sake, best selling media franchises. Number 1 is Pokemon. What did I say? Yep. So the Lasting Legacy is the highest selling media franchise of all time. There you have it.
Yep.
As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCast. Bye, guys.